What's going on, everybody? My name is Alex, and welcome back to the second video talking about the blog that Treyarch released today regarding Vanguard zombies. There's a lot to cover here, and let's just jump right in and start talking about the Covenants. The Altar of Covenants, there are 32 new upgrades. In addition to an ever-changing gameplay space and increasingly difficult objectives, the Altar of Covenants is our biggest innovation in zombies to date. Covenants offer powerful abilities to equip as you progress through the match, provided in exchange for the new sacrificial heart loot items that are earned by completing objectives. Okay, so a lot to unpack there. It sounds like by completing objectives, we're going to get this sacrificial heart. We'll dump it inside of the Covenant thing, and then we can earn these, I don't know, these Covenants, I guess, that are going to allow you to have extra abilities, kind of like the ammo mods and features with the monkey bomb, like stuff that would be in Mule Kick traditionally is now going to be coming through the Covenants. Extra ammo storing in the clip of your gun that's stowed away. So let's kind of talk about these abilities. Right now, there are 11. There's going to be a total of 32 when you include the rarities. So I guess there's probably like 2 to 3 rarities for each Covenant, so to speak. So Bloodlust, melee attacks do more damage and heal you, which we got with the knife upgrade inside of the crystal system with Cold War. Resurrectionist, revive allies faster, which we got with Quick Revive. So I guess we can no longer revive faster with the Quick Revive perk inside of the game. But wait, is Quick Revive even in this game? I can't remember. Yeah, health regeneration speed. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. I'm getting ahead of myself. Brain Rot, chance to turn your enemies to your side. So ammo mods are no longer equipped with the Pack-a-Punch. Maybe. Cryo Freeze, chance to slow enemies. No, this is more like the Elemental Pop. Okay, got that. Death Blow, critical kills return bullets to the clip. That's just like Mule Kick. Ammo Gremlin, stowed weapons refill ammo from the stock automatically, just like Mule Kick. Dead Accurate, consecutive hits on the same enemy do more damage, which was actually a feature from Deadshot Dealer, which was inside of Black Ops 4. When you would get a bunch of headshots inside of Black Ops 4 with Deadshot Dealer as your main perk modifier, it would exponentially increase that damage, which was great for getting camos and all that sort of stuff. We also have Splatterfest, enemies killed by explosion may explode, which is helpful, turns them into a bomb, which we experienced with the axe, crystal axe from Forsaken. Unholy Ground, deal more damage while stationary. That's interesting. So that'll be good for camping. That'll be kind of like Stone Cold Stronghold from Black Ops 4. Call the Weak, deal more damage to slowed or stun enemies. I don't really actually know if we've had anything like that. Maybe when you have, dead wire on, it would freeze the enemy and then you could kill them, but I don't think we had anything specific to this. Mother Load, chance to keep equipment after using it. Again, a lot of these are from Mule Kick. Like, I think 30% of them are from Mule Kick. You can have up to 3 Covenants at a time, and there's actually, if you go look around on the leaked gameplay for Vanguard, there's tons of it out there. I do recommend checking it out, actually. I think it'll give you a good taste of what is to come inside of zombies, and it's not going to reveal anything. You've already seen the maps. It's not like this is a round-based map, and there's Easter eggs getting solved, and there's wonder weapons and stuff. So definitely go check it out if you can, just so you can see exactly what you're getting yourself into. That being said, you can see on the menu that there are like these 3 hexagonal shapes on the bottom left of the screen next to your health and all that shit. You can see that that's probably where these go. If you look at this image that I'll put on screen for you, where it has Mother Load, Call the Weak, Unholy Ground, that hexagonal shape fits perfectly into that little slot on the bottom left of your screen. You can have up to 3 Covenants at a time. The selection of available Covenants randomizes after each objective completed, so you'll always have new specialties to choose from. That's awesome. Alternate ammo types from previous games have also been incorporated into Covenants for the best of both worlds, including favorites such as Brain Rot and Cryo Freeze. That's really, I just still think it's weird, because can't we just get those from the Pack-a-Punch machine? All right, moving on to the next section. Find your perfect build. By experimenting with different combinations of covenants, artifacts, perks, and weapons in each run, you'll create powerful new builds and discover personal strategies to help you survive further, blah, blah, blah. The true strength of Covenants lies with their upgrade rarities. Basically, they just kind of talk about how, a low blue rarity will not have as much ability as a orange rarity, which no duh. So here's what I find to be the coolest part and the most interesting part, I guess, and this is Perk Selection. a new selection of upgradable perks. As you complete more objectives and unlock new areas of your forward operating base in Stalingrad, you'll gain access to perk fountains containing brand new upgradable abilities. This perk system it's entirely different from pretty much every single game we've ever had. It's very, very weird. So right now, I don't know if there's going to be more coming. I don't actually think they even say, but there are only 5 perks in Der Anfang. We had 10 inside of Cold War, and now we have 5. So don't really like that, but I like what they are doing with the perks, and let's jump into that. So the first one is Juggernog or Fiendish Fortitude. The second one is Double Tap-ish. It increases the headshot damage. This is kind of like they split up Deadshot into 2 different perks. Anyways, Diabolical Damage, or maybe Deadshot and Double Tap kind of together. Not really sure. Increases headshot damage. I'm pretty sure this is what that does because critical damage is headshot damage. Venomous Vigor boosts health regeneration speed. So that is Quick Revive. Demonic Frenzy boosts reload speed. Ethereal Haste boosts movement speed. So we got Speed Cola and Stamina. And for the first time in Zombies, the base tier of each perk, so just the initial interacting with the perk, is free. And then you can purchase the perk 4 more times in the game. Well, 3 more times, total of 4 times. And you'll be able to have your tier all the way up to 4, which is the max. So no longer are we earning ethereal crystals inside of the game to unlock things in our menu RPG style. This is in-game, you just straight up buy it. So tier 1 version of every perk is free. Tier 2 is 250. Tier 2 is 2500. Tier 3 is 5000. Tier 4 is 7500. Each upgrade will just increase stats, make you more powerful. So for example, Juggernog, you'll only get 25 points more health, and then you'll get 100 by the time you're at tier 4, giving you the 4-hit system or whatever. Probably have armor, so it'll be a little bit more than that, but you understand what I'm talking about. Similar to Cold War's health system. In another Zombies First, you'll be able to keep your base level perks you've acquired so far if you're downed. Since the first tier is free, that's awesome. We can keep our perks, but you will lose 1 tier from each of your perks when you start to go down and you know, just get screwed over. But this will actually be good and bad for high rounds. It seems like I won't be totally weak when I get back up. Like I won't be totally vulnerable. But at the same time, it costs a lot to get back up there. So you just got to be wary. And honestly, this sounds like it's going to make the game harder. And I am all about that. And it's not that Cold War was overly easy. It was its quests that were easy. Because once you got into high rounds with all those sprinters and stuff and the amount of zombies that there were on Cold War, it got pretty hectic pretty freaking quick. So I like that I have to manage my funds here a little bit to make sure that I can not lose. I think that's a good thing, especially since there's going to be no quest at launch, which we'll get to in our last video for the day. So, all right, now we're going to talk about Pack-a-Punch and the weapon tiers and all that stuff. So we've always generally had a Pack-a-Punch system, and then you could double pack it to get like extra abilities, and in Black Ops 4 they increased that to 4 times to get it fully pack-a-punched, and then in Cold War they increased it to 3 times to get it fully packed. Well, that system is still here. However, they have merged it with the rarity system that they put inside of Cold War. So no longer do we have to increase our weapon rarity with the salvage. That is baked into the Pack-a-Punch system, and this is a good move. The weapon rarity system, it was cool at first, but it kind of was just redundant. It almost was like double tap, because you could have a legendary gun on early rounds and just tear through zombies. And then obviously you Pack-a-Punch it later to make it even stronger. But I think this is the way to go, because it's going to encourage getting to the Pack-a-Punch machine. It's going to make me realize its value, because I'm not going to be able to survive. I'm not going to be able to go and get double tap. I'm not going to be able to go and get my gun to gold with just salvage or get it from the box randomly. So I think this is a good move. And what's also awesome is that enemies can drop Pack-a-Punch weapons. I don't know why they've never done this before, especially with Cold War's, system where they could drop tiered, bazookas and shotguns and stuff like that. And like enemies could, especially in Outbreak. I don't know why they never were Pack-a-Punched. I think that's very interesting. I mean, you could get the chalices and stuff in Onslaught, but this is just kind of streamlining that so I don't have to worry about 30,000 different loot items that are going to fall on the ground. Now, what's interesting is that normally we paid 5,000 points, then 15,000, and then 30,000. They've jacked it up 2,500 points more. So your first Pack-a-Punch is now 7,500, which is interesting. But I guess since perks are free, it's not that big of a deal. But I did do the math, and it's going to cost nearly 200,000 points to get everything fully upgraded. So this is actually good. This is something to work for. Every game, you're going to be building upon yourself. Because the one thing about Cold War was there was a lot to build up to, but you would rapidly stop. And if you went down, yeah, you did lose a good amount of points and a good amount of salvage. I think you lost salvage, or maybe that was when you died and came back in. Doesn't matter. You lost a good amount of points, and once you built your character, you were pretty much done. And then it was just all about surviving. This sounds like there's a little bit of management here with your points and your essence, and you have to be smart about what you got to do before you go down and lose everything. There's no depending on a legendary weapon, Unpack-a-Punch. You got to earn that by spending the, 50,000 points or whatever it is. So definitely think that's cool. Super hyped about that. I like these new systems a lot. I think they're going to be pretty good. Now, I know that a lot of people probably disagree. I know that Vanguard Zombies is a very weird situation and people are not sure how to feel. And I get that, but we just got Forsaken, and traditionally we wouldn't be getting a map for like 3 years. So we're probably going to get another map or another experience in 2022 in January, February, perhaps. But it's not certain. So I understand how this looks. It's a little strange, but I do think these systems, especially for a mode like this, are going to be pretty cool. The only thing that concerns me here is these systems do not seem conducive to having a round-based experience. So, I mean, there's been a couple of us in this community and on Discord that have been talking, and people are kind of leaning towards no round-based being in this game. And these systems kind of allude to that. Not so much the perk and the pack-a-punch system, but definitely the covenant system. I don't really understand how they can implement that into an Easter egg if it's objective based and it's so random. If it's about survival, that's one thing, but this really shows me, in my opinion, if they're building a system surrounding this covenant feature, that round base just may not be in the picture. So not really sure how to feel about that. It's a little sad, a little interesting, but I'm willing to move forward. I'm willing to try new stuff. So let's keep an open mind. But these systems really do sound good, and I'm actually pretty excited for them. All right, well, that's going to do it for this video. We got one more video left talking about the blog, and then after that, on to regular content. So thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you liked the video, leave a sub if you loved the video, and if you didn't, dislike it, and that's all good. Leave a comment and tell me why I suck. That's gonna do it for this video, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.